In the humid summer of 2015, Daniel and Maro Hayes, a married couple from upstate New York, went hiking in a remote forest in the American Northeast, deep in the old 13 Colonies territory. They ran Trailbound North, a small YouTube channel about practical wilderness stuff, map reading, gear tips, forgotten trails. No ghost tales, no conspiracies, just real outdoor exploration. This time they found something wrong. Deep in the woods, a clearing appeared where the trees ended in a perfect square, like the forest had grown back over an old, cleared spot. Under the moss and soil, straight lines in the earth hinted at long-gone walls. The couple found some sort of old wooden structure. They filmed it casually, posted photos on Snapchat and their community tab. Comments exploded from their viewers, suggesting that the location is consistent with where the long-lost Herowell stockade should have been. One comment wrote, "This is where the family had their last stand," and another, "This was where the creatures attacked." Daniel, unaware at the time, continued to explore the site. He unearthed a rusted colonial flintlock musket near a collapsed wall line, continuing to document their exploration. At the courtyard of the small ruined fort, a crude wooden figure 3 feet tall, carved from dark timber, cracked by time but deliberate. Hollow eyes, heavy brow, twisted limbs that fit no human or animal. The couple, visibly disturbed by the unsettling marker, simply referred to it as a totem, completely unaware of the tale of the Herowell stockade, and just how similar this site was to the folktale of the Herowells and their last stand against mysterious creatures of the forest. It started in 1791 when Elijah Herowell, an American farmer and Revolutionary War veteran, dug up a strange metallic lump while clearing land, smooth, faintly glowing, vibrating when touched. Soon after, horrors began for the family. Livestock vanished silently. Giant, uneven footprints appeared at the tree line. At night, voices called from the dark, perfect imitations of neighbors, friends, and family members, calling out members of the Herowell family by name at night as the group tried to sleep in their cabin. After a night where the farm was directly attacked by these unknown beings, the family fled to an abandoned French stockade a few miles north of their homestead, barricading it as best they could, where they were besieged by unknown beings for 7 unholy nights. The original documentation of this story came from medical Dr. Elias Morcant's notes. He treated the lone survivor, Thomas Herowell, weeks supposedly after the attack. The family huddled in the stockade, hearing the creatures moan and yelp in glee outside the wood walls, continuing to torment the family using the mimicked voices of their friends and family. The Herowells fired musket shots into the forest, trying to strike the elusive creatures when they could. Thomas, stating that he was able to hit one on the 3rd night, described the creature as it painlessly absorbed the musket ball, describing it as a dark, hairy creature, about twice the size of a man and a face that wasn't seen by God. The creature wore a metallic sort of plate on its chest, with a similar copper, glowing hue as the mysterious object found earlier. On the 7th night, the family's ammo had run out. The creatures charged the stockade, walls pummeled easily by their strength, the beasts cackling as they galloped into the stockade. Thomas's last memory of the event was hearing his family cry as the beasts tore away their weapons. They coveted the strange metallic object off the lifeless hands of his Elijah. Shortly after, a creature picks him up off the stockade floor and bites his shoulder deeply. The doctor writes that Thomas had wandered into town in a dream-like state, a severe bleeding gash on his shoulder, prompting him to treat the patient. Thomas briefly returned to consciousness for 1 week, telling the strange story. Dr. Morcant had documented the tale as Thomas being delirious, but nonetheless documented every detail thoroughly. Thomas deteriorated rapidly, first a fever and then abnormal strength, being able to rip through his harnesses. The skin of his arm, near a bite mark with 46 individual puncture wounds, turned a bright orange in color with atypical spore-like protrusions seeping through the wound. The doctor declared poor Thomas dead after 6 days. The young man was buried in town, though his grave was never documented, a regret Dr. Morcant held for the rest of his career, as the case study was never taken seriously. Since then, the esoteric tale of the Herowells remained a frontier folktale until the alleged discovery of the actual stockade. 3 weeks after the Hayseys posted the site, paranormal YouTuber Lucas Reed from North Star Archives was challenged by his viewers to explore the supposed stockade. After hours of trying to pinpoint the site, he found it, a small wooden stockade, no larger than an average house, practically a part of the forest floor. The site matched the location filmed by the Moros exactly. However, Lucas, filming the center of the stockade, was unable to locate the strange totem that the couple recorded 3 weeks earlier, without even a mark in the ground where it once stood. Lucas thinks that the totem removed by practical jokers, tricksters trying to fan the flames of this urban legend. But there are others who believe that the forests of the old colonial frontier are still patrolled by beings who govern these ancient lands, and who had removed their sigil just as easily as they planted it 250 years ago.